People who downloaded their Google data and went through it. What were the most unsettling things you found out they had stored about you? I got drunk once and proceeded to get lost on the way home, ending up cycling on some highway. For 2 years I wondered where the hell I had been until I saw Google's location history for that night. I just found out I did fucking go to McDonald's in the middle of the night at my mate's birthday party without anyone fucking noticing, and they were telling me I was just passed out the whole time. That there is a map of everywhere I went in the last couple of years that's accurate to the hour. There's an audio recording of me saying check the Jewish boy's penis. I don't remember ever saying that, but okay. I'd never admit to that on the internet either, buddy. I'm the vice president of a company that I've never heard of and can't find any other info on it. Are you hiring? Only for unpaid interns. Sounds like a promotion to me. If you use Google Photos and allow maps to track your location. I took photos that I didn't like, deleted them. Weeks later I'm just browsing my timeline in Google Maps and those deleted photos are there, tagged to the location. Nothing incriminating, just thought you should know that a delete isn't a delete. I once downloaded some porn when I was on vacation and deleted it when I was done. A few weeks later Google made a collection of all picture/movies I made during this vacation, and the porno video was right there. Definitely the voice recordings. That should be turned off by default instead of needing to be changed by the user. How do you change it so it doesn't record you? Log into your account and go to this link. Make sure to pause. Just listen to a load of voice clips of me talking into my voice to text thing on my phone keyboard while driving 4 years ago. Me talking like an idiot, speaking really slowly so the words could be heard distinctly. I am going to get bacon, see you later. Deleted. I love how everyone's first instinct is delete. We have a universal aversion to hearing our own recorded voice. When I hear my own voice, it infuriates me because my real voice sounds exactly like what I imagine the most annoying voice someone could have sounds like. Is that what I sound like? Seriously, you don't find that incredibly annoying sounding? How are we still friends when I sound like that? All phone activity, opened app, closed app etc. From the very first day I owned my phone, constant check of my GPS, constant check of my device orientation. If someone steals your Google account, they basically can find out everything there is to find out about you. It wasn't Google data that shocked me. I'm kind of expecting it to know everything about me. This came from Instagram. My period was very late, so naturally, I told my husband in our very private and quiet home setting and bought a clear blue pregnancy test. We don't own TV, Amazon Alexa, Google Voice or similar. I just have Reddit and Instagram on my smartphone. My period was just late, but the very next day I got bombarded by ads on Instagram about Clear Blue and other pregnancy sticks and some other baby shit. There is no way that it was a coincidence, since it was the second time getting a very specific ad. So the app is listening and showing me ads accordingly. The most unsettling one I've had came from Facebook, not Google. Mine a bit of background. I'm a straight guy with a lot of LGBT friends and was actively involved in supporting the Australian same-sex marriage campaign. So FB probably had me flagged as gay at the start of 2012. In 2012 I started dating someone. We'd been friends for some time. I'm on Facebook all the time. She had an account, but almost never used it. We basically never communicated on Facebook. Immediately Facebook started telling me to mark her as a close friend and all of its ads changed from gay singles cruise and similar to romantic getaways for couples. I can only assume that it was able to tell from GPS that she spent a night at my place and that I spent one at hers a few days later. Not the Google, but hopefully on topic. I have downloaded my data from Facebook, and the most shocking one was a recorded phone conversation of about 30 minutes long. It was dated back around 5 to 7 years ago, and most surprisingly it was not even me who was speaking, and I could not even recognize who it was. Audio recordings titles are generic and serialized, so make sure to take some precautions before listening to them in front of your family or randoms. Please don't make my mistake. Hey Google, how do I increase my penis size? Girlfriend staring at me. Was it your voice or hers? my purchase history on websites like eBay, Amazon and other companies that, I guess, will sell their data about me to Google. I had no idea of it, and although I share things like my location to Google, seeing my purchases is kind of scary because I never allowed it. If you use Gmail for confirmation emails, they can recognize them and store the purchase data. Same for reservations, tickets, etc. It's not unsettling, but I found out that Google can tell when I'm driving a car vs my motorcycle by using the gyroscopes in my phone. My first ever Google search was "what is a chicken?" and the second was "are chickens real?" It's crazy to think there are now generations of people young enough who can track back the entire history of their lives through third-party collected data. I feel like I should have more of a problem with Google having my data, especially voice recordings. But after going through what they had, it's like 400 recordings of me saying make some coffee, play X on Netflix and turn off the lights. Maybe it's a bigger problem for people that use their assistants for more than home control. Google timer for 10 minutes. Google timer for 20 minutes. Google wake me up at 9 AM. Google send a message to my mum saying what's for dinner. Shit, my account is like over 14 years old. I wonder how long the archive process will take. Thanks op. Will THNKS, not a sarcastic one. Edit. 24 hours in, still hasn't finished building the archive. Lol. Says it could take days. Whenever I played back an OK Google, there was some sound before I say OK Google recorded. It's kinda creepy, and I hope the operation of data is offline until an OK Google is detected. Audio is processed offline/internally until the phone recognizes an OK Google command. Similar with Alexa, Siri and all other assistants. It'd be an insane data load if all audio would be transmitted to a server all the time. Most likely the entire buffer is sent to Google when it notices an OK Google. Depending on the size of the buffer, it might send a small snippet of audio before the actual command as well. Now I'm afraid I don't need 12,500 hours of sound recordings of me beating my dick like it owes me money. Only 12,500 hours? Weak. Guys, please do a good search of your Google preferences and disable everything you don't like. My phone is, as far as I'm aware, mine, because the settings are very restrictive. And also, Facebook. Why do people put up with this shit? You have to wonder if that just restricts you accessing it later. There's a lot of terms of service to dig through. Godspeed to anyone willing to do it. Random voice clips when I absolutely hadn't activated Google Assistant. The one that felt weirdest was a random clip from when I was babysitting and reprimanding a child for misbehaving. Very unsettling. The most unsettling came from Facebook, of which I uninstalled and deleted my account right after that. I'll keep it short. Friend's father abandoned him and his mother when he was about 7, and the father never reached out. 2 years ago he had a tough day and we talked about his dad and how life would be different if he did not bail on them. At the same night I was scrolling through Facebook and some effing old guy that looked very similar to my friend showed up as suggested friends. Immediately I took a screenshot and showed it to him. It was indeed his father that he never talked to for about 18 years. Mind you, my friend never created a Facebook account nor used other platforms, so we talked strictly through Steam. How in the hell did they suggested that to me? I did not even know / had anybody with common friends, and it literally popped the same night after a heart-to-heart. The most unsettling thing is that there are so many people surprised that Google collects data. All these people agree to this when using Google services. Also, it never really was a secret to begin with. Most people know this, and there are people warning about this. Every photo you store on Google Photos is actually stored on a public URL. Sure, it's very hard / impossible to guess as it's randomly generated. But if someone has the link, they absolutely can see a picture of you. It knew my whole family tree. Half of those people I don't even know. Not so much that it was stored info, but I was cooking dinner when a friend came in from out of town, and I was making 3 potatoes. I had never microwaved 3 and went to search how long to cook them for. I typed in how long to micro, and the first suggestion was microwave 3 potatoes. That's not even the weirdest thing that's happened, just the most recent. Seriously, F Google. Check out DuckDuckGo. Google wants to know Already knows your location. Wow, can't believe you made it to the end. Thank you and have a good day.